Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. Thank you for joining today's Sunday service. My name is Mariko, and I'm here at the New York Temple delivering light and hope to you today. Thank you for tuning in. Today's lecture or Sunday service will be about healing through self-effort. And I subtitled it, Attaining Peace Through Crisis, because as we all know, we are facing a crisis at the moment globally. So I hope that this Sunday service will offer you how to process and how to frame what's going on so you can build your future. Okay? So let us first begin by reciting the true words spoken by Buddha. So you could just put your hands together in prayer and just follow my words. The true words spoken by Buddha. There used to be the light in the great universe. The light is the energy of Buddha. People can live by this energy, and Buddha's energy has made human history. It will be supplied eternally. This eternal light comes from heaven and prevails on earth. This is the light of heaven. Through the prism of Buddha, there appeared the 7 colors of rainbow, arching over in the sky. Here you can see Buddha's mercy. Yellow is the color of teaching. White is the color of saving. Red is the color of justice. Purple is the color of obedience. Blue is the color of thinking. Green is the color of harmony. Silver is the color of progress. These 7 colors help each other, and there appears Buddha land. Buddha land is shining brightly because of gathering of bodhisattvas. This is a land of love or the land of mercy. This is a land of wisdom or the land of teaching. Especially, this is a land of souls rest in peace. Real souls are the children of Buddha. The children of Buddha became real human beings. Real human beings have spirituality. The spirits are immortal powers. The spirits are immortal forces. The spirits are real entities. The physical bodies are the shadows of the spirits. It means you are the boats sailing down the great river. The great river is the symbol of the course of lives. Each of you sails down as a small boat. So you need a boatman. If it were not for your own boatman, you surely go aground. This boatman really means your mind. If your mind makes a mistake, the boat breaks into pieces by a large rock. And you also need a bamboo pole. This pole is the meaning of the true words. When you go down a rapid stream, you need to punt in a stream. Then you can change your course. The true words means the teaching of Buddha. The Buddha enlightened and spoke the true words, and Buddha's teaching became a gold mine. This gold mine suggests various teachings. These are another expression of Buddha's truth. It brightens up your days, or, to put it another way, the fruits of Buddha's mercy. All of you, now, here, listen to me. Never lose your way. Now and forever. The guiding hand has already waved. Please follow this white hand and go straightly on and on. Your lives are not limited to this world only. They have 3 aspects: the past, the present, the future. Your pasts have already gone by, yet still your mistakes will be kept in your minds. That is the reason why you should understand other people. And you yourself should reflect on what you have done. You and others are not different. On the contrary, both are children of Buddha and brothers and sisters. Now then, love each other. Let us bring up each other. And it's time to forgive each other. This is the eternal law which penetrates the present and the future. Yes, indeed, the light of the dark night. The dark night of this world is hell. It is also the same in another world. Since we came down to this world, the sun of the truth is scheduled to rise. Now we are watching rising sun. It will shed light to the future to invite sad people to Buddha land. Now here I command, there shall not be conflict in this world. There shall not be distrust in this world. There shall not be crime in this world. There shall not be evil spirit in this world. There shall not be the devil in the next world. Only the ideal world, utopia, shall be realized. All of the people love each other, live harmoniously, believe in one another. That world is utopia. All of us could be the light of bodhisattvas. Believe in that the light has reality. Believe in that love has reality. Believe in that the truth has reality. These are the facts that should be conveyed. We, the light of bodhisattvas, get together, work together to keep right mind and live in tune with Buddha's words. Here we vow to do so. Thank you, everyone. So to continue, today is going to be an open workshop. Again, it's called Healing Through Self-Effort, Attaining Peace Through Crisis. And as we all know, today is April 26, 2020, for those who might watch it in the future. But this is going to be a very healing seminar, and hopefully you will find peace of mind and also hope throughout these things. Firstly, because it's an open workshop, I'd like to explain what is Happy Science. So Happy Science is a global spiritual movement initiated by Master Okawa in 1986. We have 12 million followers in over 100 countries and more than 700 temples and centers worldwide. The reformation of religion, education, politics, and media entertainment are some of the missions of Happy Science. We are more than just a religion, but we are a spiritual movement of happiness. It's led by Master Ryuho Kawa, who is the founder and spiritual leader, global visionary, and international best-selling author. He's given more than 3,000 lectures in 33 years and more than 2,700 books now on human and social happiness. And what's great about Master Okawa is he really has a great ability to explain spiritual truths in a logical manner. His wisdom and excellence are proven through his books and lectures. So you can find all of his books that we have online at okawabooks.com. And of course, you can visit our website as well. To go on, I'd like to give you show you a short video on the principles of Happy Science. So please watch.
The happiness taught at Happy Science is a unique happiness, which carries from this world to the other. We reside in a physical body, but we are in essence a spiritual being. There is more to this world than what we can see with our eyes. Beyond this physical world is a vast multidimensional spirit world. A large part of it is what we know as heaven. We are born numerous times, reincarnating between this world and the spirit world. Every single one of us was born from the heavenly world. Over the course of our lives, we meet various people, experience joys and sorrow, grow older, and then we return to the home of our souls. Why are we born into this world repeatedly? The reason is to go through life and come out shining even brighter, through accomplishing our missions and gaining new knowledge on Earth. And learning the truth at Happy Science is exactly what teaches us how. One method is through the fourfold path, which is love, wisdom, self-reflection, and progress. Love is to share love and joy without expecting anything in return. Most of life's suffering is actually caused by not being able to receive the love and joy we want from others. But this is a mindset of taking away happiness. The way to become truly happy is to think not about how you can get more love and happiness from others, but to switch your mindset to always thinking about how you can share it instead. The reason is because when you can view this spiritually, God's light shines upon those who practice the act of giving. Wisdom is to study the truth. Studying the truth will allow you to know the principles of the mind, acquire a spiritual view of life, and learn what is right and what is wrong in God's eyes. When you not only study the truth, but put it into practice, knowledge will transform into wisdom and become a part of you. And it is wisdom that allows you to find the answers and solutions to problems you couldn't solve in the past. Self-reflection is God's mercy. We all make mistakes, but when we self-reflect, examine our past mistakes and repent on them, our sins are forgiven. Humans make mistakes, but through self-reflection, God gives us the chance to start over again. Progress is to improve your soul and make it shine brilliantly. It is also to share the truth in order to help other people shine from their souls and together turn our society, nation, and world into an ideal place. What you just heard is only a portion of the vast teachings here at Happy Science. Happy Science offers many paths for people living in modern society to become happier.
So that was an explanation of what is happy science in a nutshell. So basically our principles of happiness are love, wisdom, self-reflection, and progress, as it shows in the video. So basically what happy science wants to do is educate the world on the spiritual perspective of life. Because without this perspective, we cannot really understand what is life, what is death, and why we are here. So having this kind of spiritual wisdom is very, very important to go through daily ups and downs. And especially right now during the coronavirus pandemic, we really need to understand the spiritual aspect of what's going on. So first of all, I want to offer my condolences to anyone who's suffering from the coronavirus, for anyone who has lost someone. I know that we're all worried, we're all suffering to some degree, but I want this seminar to at least offer you a little bit of hope and a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. So I know we all want to go back to normal, to whatever normal is, but according to the laws of the same wavelengths attraction, or the laws of the universe, what is happening now is based on the laws of cause and effect. We came to this present time because of things that have happened in the past. And we are all in this world, so we're all in this together. So that means that whatever that normal is not going to be the same or cannot be the same from now on. That normal was not okay to begin with. So I really believe that this time is a time of reflection and reframing of what should be normal and what should not be normal. So let's take the next hour or so to really, really contemplate deeply on what is normal, what is not normal, and what our future should look like. So I hope that by the end of today's seminar, you will have a glimpse of a brighter future. So to begin with, I just want to go through what's going on. What in the world is going on? So, I'm sure that you hear many things on the news and many things here and there, but according to Happy Science and Master Okawa and the numerous spiritual messages that have been going on, it is clear that this earth has reached a level that cannot continue the way it has been. There's so much materialistic energy, and that heaven can no longer stand by. So why did this happen? I would like to read from the book Starting Point of Youth. This book here. It's a really wonderful book. It's called The Starting Point of Youth, but really it's a starting point for anyone's life, I believe, or restarting of anyone's life. So let me please read page 138. So this is the reason why this kind of pandemic and world crisis are happening. If you lead a self-indulgent lifestyle based on the belief that life is limited to this world, you will be unable to make efforts for the future and to consider living for others. Humanity has largely evolved from the primitive to modern age. That is because there have been people who lived for the sake of others, rather than themselves. There have been people who lived in cooperation with others, people who used their time to benefit others. That is why humanity has evolved so much, and times have changed. Despite this evolution, however, humanity has forgotten to lead a spiritual life. This aspect works as a double-edged sword. It has brought joy to humanity, but also pain. That is the current situation. So, in this book, it really talks about how to make self-effort, or the value of spiritual self-help, which is the whole point of today's seminar. And by seeing what's going on around us, we're witnessing an earthly wake-up call. And I really feel, and the more you know the spiritual perspective, you will understand that we have to awaken to our spiritual selves. This is a time to be reborn. We are spiritual beings first, and then our physical. So this pandemic is a test for us all to awaken to the hidden power that we all have within us. And this hidden power is the power to heal yourself, to open your future, to strengthen your faith. We all have it within. So it's all about using it. Up until now, we've been so materialistic and based our lives in this world only. But that is why we've become weakened. So we really need to balance out our spiritual effort with this worldly effort, because obviously around us, it's in a major imbalance. So really ask yourself, do you believe that we are just on this planet Earth to live, to eat, and to make money, and to sleep and die? Is that all there is to life? Is it just to sustain our hunger and desires? Is that what life is? Or did we come to this world to train our souls? Do we come here to learn lessons, to experience love, and even hate, to grow our souls, to enlighten? If you feel the first way or the second way greatly depends on how your life will turn out. Basically, your life will turn out the way you see your life, because what is in your mind is who you are. So please consider, do you think life is just to be on this earth, or is life to grow and to love and to expand, absorb light, and share it with others? Then you will be able to see your own destiny. Moving on. Healing is to make efforts in the right direction. Today's open workshop, I named it Healing Through Self-Effort. But what is the right direction? For example, it's taking a step forward in the mind, or discovering your divine or Buddha nature, uncovering your Buddha power, that Dharma power inside of you, and deciding to operate from that level from now on, and doing some major mind inventory. Again, it is so powerful to know about and use your innate power. So the power in your mind is where it all starts. This is why you need to awaken to it, because you, even if coronavirus happens to you or to those around you, at least you have the power within you to heal from it or protect yourself from it or heal others as well. So it's not just about creating miracles, but the real miracle is your transformation of understanding, enlightenment, in other words. Again, we're talking about self-efforts here. So what is self-help in a time like this? I know that we're getting a lot of help from the government. Not everybody, not every country is as fortunate as the United States or some other first world countries. However, what can we do? What is the most important thing? It's not about the material here. The first thing you can do for self-help is to truly understand that life is a result of cause and effect. This is an important point. This is the basis of if you really understand self-help, or if you really understand cause and effect, you can't help but help yourself. You can't help but to make efforts in the right direction. So really understanding cause and effect is the starting point. The true meaning of self-help lies in the balance of worldly values and spiritual values. Like I said earlier, we are in this situation now because of an imbalance of worldly values. And I believe the world is trying to shift us back to spiritual values. So please consider in your mind whether you are imbalanced and how much percentage and how much you need to grow spiritually. Self-help might sound like a military thing, but it is really an invitation to test out your many possibilities. So, even myself, sometimes I don't like to, it's hard always to make effort. You have to make efforts to make effort. However, if you can reframe your mind to seeing that effort as really an invitation to test out your many possibilities, I believe that anyone can do that. It's taking a step forward. To continue, the results of self-help are the release and expression of powers that people never knew they had. Doors begin to open. When you start to help yourself, this power really opens up, because when you start doing things for yourself, heaven looks down on you. The energy you put out connects to their energy, and they'll be able to help you even more. So doors begin to open. In Happy Science, we create people who can help others, which is such an important point. We want to create more and more self-help, self-effort-minded people. And the reason is because the power of self-help brings the emergence of many nameless bodhisattvas and angels. This is an important point, I think, because the more people who help themselves, the more angels will manifest on this world. And imagine a world full of angels. It would be a wonderful, wonderful place. But actually, you are that person. It starts from you. There's always something that you can do. And I'll talk more about the mindset and the key word to becoming that kind of being. But it all starts with you, and it all starts with self-help. And I think the most important point is, no matter what, create an unshakable mind. I know it's hard to have an unshakable mind, a calm mind during this pandemic or very stressful time. However, what is an unshakable mind? It is to take a step forward in the mind. So this is the way to peace of mind, or an unshakable mind. There are many things that happen around us. For example, there is people who pass away from coronavirus. There's a threat of, don't touch this or don't touch that. It could be in the air. And it doesn't allow us to have a peace of mind. However, you can attain a peaceful mind just by taking a step forward in the mind. So please consider what you can do to create a more abundant mind, a more peaceful mind. You can start simply by reciting the true words spoken by Buddha. There's always a choice that we make in life. We go left or we go right. So always consider the choice that you make, at least make it a choice that will make you step forward in the mind. And before we go further, I wanted to share Annette's book testimony. She made a really, really great book testimony on the I Can book. So it really, really matches my message that I wanted to convey today. And I just really want to thank Annette so much for making this video. But please watch.
Hi, my name is Annette. I am the book ambassador for New York Temple. I hope everyone is doing well today. For my book talk, I would like to discuss about the book I Can, Discover Your Power Within. This is a book within the realm of positive thinking. Before I start my talk, I would like to read to you a section in this book to lead the conversation today. It's a section called Ideas Come from Knowledge, Experience, and Adversity. The next energy of the future society is not oil, gas, plutonium, or things like that. The next energy must be ideas. Ideas will make new industries, so you must seek to get ideas. Ideas come from knowledge or accompanied by knowledge and grow through experience. What kind of experience do you imagine? This experience is a sort of adversity, meaning a bad condition or unusual difficulty. If you can get through an unusual condition or a bad condition through your knowledge, knowledge is power, and it will turn into wisdom at that time. Ideas come from knowledge, and knowledge comes from reading and experience. These are available through your daily efforts. It's very important. Do nothing and you will get nothing. Do anything and you can expect something you want to get. Your effort will not be fruitful in a short period, but in the long run, it will bear fruits. So make efforts every day by day. It's very important. So with that section right there, this new society that we're about to go into, due to the coronavirus pandemic, understand that we are going to need more innovative people. This pandemic is going to shape society in a brand new way, and we have to be ready for it. And the first way to do this is to change your thoughts. Think more positively in your circumstances. It is very hard, trust me. I've had times when I couldn't even think positive because it just seems so doom and gloomy right now. However, if you can push yourself to decide, I am going to try to look things more constructively. I'm going to try to look at something positive today. I'm going to do something for myself that increases my mental capacity to bring in joy into my heart. Choose something in the positive realm in order to help yourself to not feel that negativity all the time, every day, as things continue as they are. Second, the importance of effort. So effort can mean a lot of different things, but it really just means to do the thing that you're trying to accomplish a little bit at a time every single day, if you can. But understand, doing something, even for 5 minutes, of something you want to accomplish in the future, it means more than doing absolutely nothing. So know that you've decided to be positive, you decided to come up with a goal for yourself. If you choose not to act on it, then nothing's going to change. And lastly, the most important part, your future. What kind of future do you want to have when this pandemic is completely over? This pandemic is going to be over one day. It's hard to see that right now, but it's going to end. Are you going to be the same person as you are right now when it completely ends and everything is back to normal, or some kind of normal, I hope? Are you going to become a better person? Are you going to choose to become that better person that you always wanted to become? What is something you've been holding in the back of your mind? What kind of dream, what kind of ambition, what kind of ideal for yourself, for your family, and for your friends do you want to become? How do you want to contribute to this society during these times? There are so many ways to figure out the answers to these questions. There are limitless. God believes that every single one of his children has the power of a creator deep within. The book also mentions more about that. But that power of a creator means you can change your future no matter what. It does not matter that we have a coronavirus out there who is making people suffer and scared, but are you just going to allow the coronavirus determine how you choose your future? Choose the path that's going to make you the best possible you for the people around you and for this planet called Earth. And you can do this. Well, I hope that you take the time to really reflect and think who you're going to become in the near, positive, and wonderful future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Annette, for your wonderful book review on the I Can spirit, and I highly recommend everyone reads that book, I Can. I know that I'm reading it now, and it's just filling me with hope and motivation despite these times. I know we all feel kind of a sense of hopelessness, but as Annette said, self effort, making this, any little baby steps every single day will fill you with light and hope and this inertia to keep going forward. So every little step counts. And I also wanted to touch on what she said. This book talks about the inner power of creation that we all have within us, that God put into all of us. So, as she said, we can create our future. Please believe in that. It really depends on how much you believe in that statement. Can you believe that you can make your own future? So please consider those things. So next I wanted to do a meditation to turn your fears into hopes. It's a very, very powerful meditation, and it fills you with hope. And it's something that we all need right now. And please think of one thing that you are scared of. I know there are many right now, but try to think of one. And really, you can do this every single morning before you start your day. Think of one thing that you're worried about and turn it into the best case scenario. Fill your heart with hope and light, and then go about your day. So let's try this meditation. Again, it's called Meditation to Turn Fears into Hopes. Is Master Okawa guiding you directly so you will feel the immense light and victory of your visions. I will be translating them into English simultaneously. Okay? So please watch. Firstly, please take a deep breath and try to sit with your postures straight. I just want to prepare you all before the meditation. So just take a couple of deep breaths and breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, very slowly. Take the slowest breaths that you possibly can and feel your heart filling with light and peace, and exhaling all the worries that you have. Please breathe in and out very slowly. You can put your hands in prayer, or you can put your hands on your lap, facing upward. Now that you've settled your mind, let me begin the meditation. So how was your meditation? I hope you were filled with light and hope. And I don't know if you peeked during the visuals of the meditation itself, but it started from a small, tiny light, and it grew into this giant that filled up the entire screen of just white light. And that is the power of doing this meditation. It takes your tiny, tiny fear and lightens it, and just really blasts light into it to create a big, powerful future. So try doing this meditation at home. We do it here at New York Temple. I try to do it at least every Tuesday evenings at 5 p.m. New York time. And you're more than welcome to join us on Zoom. And we also have the golden butter meditation on Thursday nights, or whenever you like. on Zoom as well. And doing this kind of meditation during these times not only fills you with a peace of mind, but it fills you with light. That's why you feel peace of mind. And you also can take this time to become more spiritual, which is the whole point. To see yourself, to operate as a spiritual being, not just a material physical body. You need nutrients for your soul as well. And I think this whole pandemic is teaching us the balance, right, of the mind and the body. So please consider these things and make extra efforts in this area. And to continue, I want to really now talk about what are the key words to open up a new future. I know we're all waiting for this pandemic to be over, but it seems like it may go on for a little bit longer. But in that, what do you think is the key word or the key mindset to have, right? It's not just to become more spiritual, to think more about it. It's more than that. What can we do? How can we think? How should we feel? How should we give love to others? So I want to delve into this area. The key word to open your future. This is a time more than ever to visualize your future. So let us listen to a lecture by Master Okawa titled Forecast, where he talks about the key word to open your future. Please watch. So, as Master said, mercy is a key word to open our future society. He said mercy can defeat all darkness. He also said to make it your master mind. What does that mean? Well, what I thought was to make it your central thought. Make it what occupies your mind the most. How can you give mercy to others? How can you see the situation in a merciful way? How can you feel the mercy in this situation? Like make mercy your central core thought. Don't let fear occupy your mind. Let mercy occupy your mind. Then you can expel any darkness. And also, he mentions, how can we spread mercy? It's through telling people about the truth of the spirit world. Telling them that they are a spiritual being first, then a physical being. Telling them that there is a home of the souls and this world is just a temporary place to grow and is not something that we should hang on to, but something that we should make more beautiful than before we came here. So please think of mercy as a central thought in your mind. In the next 5 minutes, I want to take some time to try reflecting on mercy. So again, let's practice meditation. It's more of a contemplative meditation where you go really in depth into 3 different areas, which are, number 1, remember the mercy that you have given to others. 2, remember the mercy that others have given to you. And 3, feel the mercy that God is giving you. So let's take this next few minutes to consider these 3 things. Again, please sit very quietly and peacefully, straighten your back, and you can keep your eyes closed. I will read each line and give you about 1 to 2 minutes to reflect. Reflection 1. Remember the mercy that you have given to others. Please think of the moments, that feeling of giving mercy to others.
Number 2, remember the mercy that others have given to you. Remember any episode in your life where you have received immense mercy from others. Please think about this for the next 2 minutes. The mercy you have received from others. Number 3, feel the mercy that God is giving you now. Please feel in your heart, within these times, feel the mercy that God is giving to you now. Please slowly end your contemplation. So thank you. I hope that you feel the mercy, the light. I don't know about you, but I felt a very warm light in the bottom of my stomach. It's an interesting feeling just now. But yeah, I felt we're given so much, we have no idea. And only during these times that we can really reflect on what is being given to us. Do we really consider it? And can you see the mercy in this time right now? I think
That is the challenge that we are all being asked to do. Sorry. Do you feel the mercy right now? And in order to feel mercy, I feel that there's a certain feeling that you get when you consider mercy, especially from God. It's gratitude. That, I think, is another word for mercy. Do you feel the gratefulness in you? Do you feel gratefulness for God? You know, who do you think put us here? And who do you think can get us out? So don't underestimate the power of mercy and strengthen it with everything you have. I'd like to move on and really consider these 2 points. The key words to open your future is gratitude and mercy, or mercy and gratitude. How can you be more merciful to other people? Maybe you struggled in the second one, where you have to remember, if people gave you mercy, you might have thought or caught yourself thinking, oh, nobody gives mercy to me, or I give so much, but nobody gives to me. But that is a mind of lack. You're just not seeing it correctly. But how can you get to the point where you can feel more merciful towards others? Is literally by being grateful for them. If there's someone who you don't like or you hate, or that you're having trouble getting along with, try feeling grateful for that person. Try feeling just plain mercy for them. Even if you don't feel it, convince yourself. Say, that person, I give you mercy. And naturally, you will feel mercy growing inside of you. And you will feel, oh my God, that person is giving me a hard time for me to grow. And I think that goes with this whole episode now that we're dealing with, the pandemic and the recession that is coming. You know, we have to grip ourselves, but this is a wake-up call again to awaken that power inside of us and remember that we are spiritual beings and that we have this power of mercy, and the power of mercy is what's going to get us out of this situation. And I want to read from The Laws of Salvation. I'll link all the books that I'm talking about today in the comments section, but please read this book. Oh my God, The Laws of Salvation. It was released in 2011, 9 years ago, and it talks about what we're going through right now. I was so shocked, and you know, it's one thing reading it 11 years ago, or 9 years ago, but reading it now when it's actually coming true is really, really insane. He talks about, you know, a flu that's going to go around, the coming, you know, possibility of Armageddon, and really what we need to get through. And that, he says, his conclusion is mercy. But to really go through each step of the way in this book is really what's going to heal your mind and soul, but also you will be prepared for the next stage, 100% prepared. But I just want to read from page 38, which says, because you can only take back your mind to the other world, restoring the beauty of the mind is the most important task for a human. In other words, what you grasped as your enlightenment in this lifetime is the most important thing in your life. If only your mind remains in the end, then all trials and difficulties you may face in life are nothing but tools for refining, testing, and guiding your soul. You may struggle with business, family matters, relationships, from illness, but please try to discover the true meaning of life through these tribulations. If you can feel God's mercy, His great mercy, trying to nurture you through these trials, you will not stray from the right path. This is something that you must know. So he says, if you can feel God's great mercy nurturing you, then you will never go in the wrong direction. You will always be in the right path. So again, that word mercy has a whole new meaning, a whole new power. And we have to strengthen that. And I hope that today's seminar will help you at least consider mercy from now on as a very powerful and important force going forward. In order to heal, we must reframe our challenges and see them as mercy from God. And don't just stop there. We have to offer mercy in everything we do. We must always feel mercy and give mercy to other people. And this is going to be such an important point in opening the future for mankind. But it starts with how you see yourself, again, as a physical being or a spiritual being. Whether you can feel mercy depends on this fact. Whether you can see yourself as a spiritual being or a physical being. And this pretty much sums up, I believe, what we're going through. People must awaken. They must come to know the true nature of a human being. It is fine that you enjoy the current scientific development, but a proportional development of the mind and heart, the growth of your soul, and most importantly, the cultivation of faith is required. This could also be expressed as the cultivation of the heart of gratitude. So, when we think about what is faith and how can we strengthen it, Master literally says to cultivate the heart of gratitude. If you can feel grateful all the time, then your faith naturally increases. And this is what not only strengthens your immunity, what prevents you from, dealing with negativities, any shape or form, will help you get through any form of recession is faith. So just feel grateful for everything that's been given to you and just cultivate that over and over again. And your faith will naturally increase and is only going to benefit you in the future. So, in Happy Science, our faith is based on faith in Lord El Kantari, who is the God of the earth. He is a father that Jesus called Father in heaven. He is Allah. It is all the same God. So his name is El Kantari. And here now, this consciousness is speaking and living through Master Ryuho Okawa. And his great work can be seen and proven through his countless books and lectures. The proof is in the work. The proof is in the words. And your soul will naturally just break away from falseness and just break into this ball of light that just activates your Buddha nature. So, especially in these times, I really realize it's important to keep reading Master's books. This is one way to really self-help ourselves, but also strengthen our faith and mind. So going back to faith in El Kantari, what is that? And why do Happy Science believe in it? And it's because we can open the future with El Kantari faith. Because he is the God of the earth, which means he is responsible for the earth. And because he's responsible, he came at this time where we are facing a pandemic. It's almost like seeing a horror movie outside. But when do you think the Savior comes? It's in times like these. So, just a few words here. Happy Science believers wish to save many people through telling them the truth of the spirit world. This is what makes miracles happen. There's so many miracles happening at Happy Science, and it's just remarkable. So many people are waiting for miracles, but they're happening here. And you can see why by studying the teachings, because it's a transformation of the soul. Happy Science has the power of miracles because Master Okawa, Lord El Kantari, is on earth now. That's what gives us the power. In the past, when Jesus was alive, 2,000 years ago, people were creating and doing miracles left and right. And now we are facing the same with Master Okawa here on earth. That is why Happy Science experiences miracles, because he is on earth now. And it's so important to be close to the light while it's on earth. 3. No matter what happens, what truly matters is whether people can gain their spiritual life or not. Even if miracles of the body don't happen, acquiring knowledge of eternal life is salvation of the soul. So if you want to be saved, if you want to save others, please tell them about spiritual life. Let them gain their spiritual life, because that is eternal. We will never ever lose that. But our physical bodies are temporary. So it's very important to know that knowledge of eternal life is equal to saving the soul. Now more than ever is the time to study this truth. Victory is a victory that can be carried over from this world to the other world, not just this material world. Which means we have to, when we do things in life, again, it has to be in proportion. Happy Science doesn't deny science or medicine or scientific expansion and these conveniences I'm talking to you through the internet, my computer, and all these things. This is such a great weapon of light. But again, we must not become controlled by it completely. We have to use it in the good direction and the balance of that. So when we have the final day of victory, will be the victory of our souls, not of our earthly gains. And lastly, again, the resurrection of the soul is truly an incredible power. This is salvation in itself. So I think that's the main point. Salvation of the soul. You know, there's so many medical doctors who save or cannot save the physical body, but how many people can go into the hospitals and save their souls? I'm sure there are many wonderful doctors out there, but there are also many materialistic-minded doctors and nurses who, if they contracted the illness themselves, they'll be just as lost. So it is so important, you know, what can you do is literally, number one, of course, be more grateful, feel gratitude, and number two, feel mercy, but also, if you feel gratitude and mercy for your life, share this truth with others. We're not asking you to tell them the whole historical background of Happy Science and Alcantara, but at least tell them you are not your body, you are a soul. So cultivate your mind. That is what these times are telling us. And it's giving you an opportunity to share this spiritual wisdom. So I would like to move on with a beautiful lecture to further your understanding and deepen your Alcantara faith. Thank you very much. So, all in all, today, all I really wanted to do was to give you a light of hope and a sense of courage, which is in other words, faith, and to really deepen that from now on. At Happy Science, we have so many lectures and movies and books and, you know, meditations to do all the cultivating of your mind that you possibly can ever dream of. And so please take this opportunity and take this time. I mean, a lot of people are not working, of course, you know, in a way it's a blessing that we can attain more time to do this kind of mind work. So always remember, in any situation, if any of your friends or anyone that's going through a crisis, tell them, cultivate your mind. Now is the time. Consider life after death. Consider that we're eternal beings. And let's purify this world starting from this truth, from this mercy. You know, we welcome everybody to join Happy Science. I know there's already members out there, you know. I think now is a time to call your friends and offer them hope and wisdom in this time. So please take this opportunity to reach out. We have so many like YouTube videos now at Happy Science New York, podcasts, meditations, lecture videos, and Minister Yushi's doing a really great series on explaining the spiritual message series, which really go into depth of timely, like Master gives spiritual messages every single day almost. especially real time considering this pandemic. And we have this kind of firsthand information. That is why happy science can remain happy and strong, because we know the truth. But the truth is, we must understand that we are spiritual beings and that we live eternally in our souls. So really take this time to further your understanding of happy science and also your faith in El Cantare. And as this is an open workshop, I want to explain the benefits of spiritual truth. The essence of a human being is the soul. The core of the spirit is the soul. The essence of a human being is the soul. The core of the spirit soul is the mind and heart. It's not the brain, it's the mind and heart. The body perishes, but the soul has eternal life. Humans repeat reincarnation for spiritual training. The mind is thinking energy. You are always either attracting or emitting energy. You are what you think. The spiritual truth also means that everything happens for a reason, but better yet, for a lesson to grow our souls. We create a life plan before we are born into this world, and we all have missions that we want to accomplish. We choose our parents, our environment, the era, our close relationships in order to improve our karmas. In other words, assignments carried over from previous lives. So, believe it or not, all of you, myself included, have chosen this era of pandemics. So, that means we have the strength to get over it. But remember, everything happens for a lesson. So let us pay attention to the lesson in all of this. And I want to introduce to you the two major spiritual laws, the laws of cause and effect. That is the same with karma, right? What comes around goes around. Every single step you take is a step in a direction that changes the future. So, or even changes the past in some ways. Even though you did something wrong in the past, if you can reframe it and use it to your benefit or to others' benefit in the future, that is really understanding the laws of cause and effect and not feeling hopeless or helpless and defeated and guilty, but feeling powerful because you have lessons. And the laws of attraction, or the laws of the mind, which means in happy science, the laws of same wavelengths attraction, which is the same about the coronavirus. The coronavirus is spreading because it has been revealed that it has an evil energy. There's an evil energy behind it, and that is why it's being spread throughout the world much more than others. And it also attracts to people who have fear, who have materialistic thinking, and fear makes things worse. So the last thing you want to do is have fear. Have courage, have hope, and blast away this corona energy with your divine power inside. We all have that power to fight the coronavirus. So please use that and consider it when you go around outside. Please take precaution, of course, but remember that you have the power within you to fight it. And it's also knowing these two laws allows you to have the spirit of self-responsibility, and it'll keep you in control of your life. I would say, so if you're really self-responsible, you would make self-efforts and you would do self-help because you understand the laws of cause and effect. It's all connected. If you really, really know what's good for you, you would do these things and consider these things. And what are the benefits of spiritual training or discipline or studying the truth, in other words? Because you will deepen your wisdom, thus you will live a more positive and constructive life. If you don't mind, I'd like to tell you a story of myself. When I was young, my father passed away when we were very young, around 10 years old. I was 10, and my sister was 12, and younger sister was about 7. But when my father passed away, because we had faith in happy science, my mother told us, your father graduated. And we thought, oh, he must have been so smart. He graduated so early. So death wasn't a horrible thing. It was almost part of life, but it was also something that we could celebrate life, not death, and see this world as a training ground. And I thought, oh, his death meant that he trusted us to leave us alone and to allow us to grow into strong women ourselves. So that was the power of spiritual truth. And she wasn't just telling us to make us feel better, but that's the actual truth. This world is just a training ground. It's like kindergarten to like college. But happy science is like graduate school, where you really learn the real lessons that will form your life into a greater, richer experience. I'm not trying to downplay kindergarten or any of that, but what I'm saying, it's a structured system to help you grow. So please consider your life and others' lives in this way, and that's how we can feel more grateful and merciful toward ourselves and others. So having spiritual truth really, really helps people attain a better sense of life. 2, it allows you to discover hidden strengths both in yourself and others. It allows you to live with more true self-confidence as a child of God. I believe that true confidence is faith, knowing and being sure that you're a child of God. 4, it allows you to remember your life plan and purpose. And that's really beautiful through meditation, through hard work in the right direction. We can be inspired and catch inspirations and ideas or glimpses of who we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to do. Lastly, it enables you to discover your mission and keeps you on track, which is so important because so many people, they don't know I was one of them when I was younger, but as long as you believe you have a mission and make self-efforts every single day, you will end up on the right path that was exactly made for you. So there's no hesitation. All you need to do is keep working hard with the right mind. And there's another point with happy science. We're always exploring the right mind. That is what it means to be a happy science member. That's the only prerequisite. Can you or are you willing to explore the right mind? Now, what is exploring the right mind? It is exploring the principles of happiness, which is love, wisdom, self-reflection, and progress, which the first video showed us. Love is to give love and joy to others. Wisdom is to study spiritual truth. Self-reflection is God's mercy. It's seeing, negative things in the light, but also correcting impurities of your mind. And progress, which is for your soul to shine the way it's supposed to in this world. So this is a cycle, and some of us are stronger at loving others than progressing. Progressing could also mean like becoming successful in this world, becoming wealthy, or having this entrepreneurial spirit. But really think about these 4 things and try to balance them in your mind. Maybe you need more self-reflection. And remember that self-reflection comes before progress. So these are all things that need to be considered. And this is a path to happiness, true happiness, both in this life and the next. So, to make spiritual training a part of your daily routine is so important. It starts with prayers, meditations, reading, or just considering everything from a spiritual perspective is very important. And spiritual perspective, in other words, what lessons can I learn here? And keep generating your divine nature by living in the cycle of the 4-fold path, or the principles of happiness that we just spoke about. So this is the, happy science in a nutshell. And I hope that today's seminar would help you attain a peace of mind throughout this entire crisis. Remember to cultivate your mind, cultivate your soul, and spread this wisdom, this truth, this power to other people. It truly is the power to create our future. So please consider these things, and You're welcome to do any of the meditations we did today here at the temple once this is over, or through Zoom, of course, anytime. Let us know. And please stay tuned to more open workshops that we have every single Sunday through our rotating team here at Happy Science New York. And also, you can make a donation through the link below. And there's a sign-up form if you want to become a member. It's down below. And I will also link all of the books that I referred to today. And I highly recommend the book that I was talking about, The Laws of Salvation, as well as The Starting Point of Youth, which I believe you can only find here at the temple. And of course, thank you again to Annette for your great book review. And everyone read that book, I Can. It will totally uplift your life, and there's no better time to read it than now. Okay? So thank you so much for tuning in, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.